Howdy folks, we're at the timer box and we're going to do the sort of experimental hooking up of the water level sensor. And what we're going to do is hook up a set of speaker wires to the sensor, rain sensor input. It doesn't matter what order these wires are in, the sensor is non-polarized. So we get the wires plugged into the rain sensor input. We turn the rain sensor from off to on so that the timer now pays attention to the rain sensor. And we're going to turn on the valve here for, let's say, 15 minutes in order to test things out. Station 1, 15 minutes, then go. Okay, so now what we're doing, we've got the system turned on, but the valve over here is not running because the floats on the sensor system are not hooked up. So now let's go over and hook up the floats. What we've got is we've got the wire running along the just along the ground for now. We'll tuck it into the drain later. It goes into the skimmer area and then comes out of the skimmer area, and we're going to tuck the float system into the skimmer area region. So what we'll do now is we'll hook up the sensors to the wire. Now I've shortened the wires on the sensors quite a bit. With a bit of experimentation, I found that the wires are way too long and the water would not fill up to the correct level. So the sensors are now at a much higher level. This is the primary sensor, and then this is the backup or overflow sensor. Both of the sensors have to be down in order for the sprinkler valve to turn on to start filling the water. So we'll hook up the sensor to the wiring. And when we do the final install, we will neaten up all the wiring and clip off the wires for these sensors very short so that all these junctions are made at the top of the sensor box. Now the voltages here are low voltage. It's 24 volts AC, so it's safe for immersion in water. So no problems with or risk with electrocution. So nothing going on there. I've put a couple of likely looking rocks in the bottom of the box, and what I'm going to do is going to put some marbles into the bottom of the box when the final install is done to make it look attractive. You can actually hear the valve turn on as the sensors go into the floats go into the down position. So now what we'll do is we'll install the box into the intake area of the skimmer. And I'll show that to you. Take the camera off the tripod. So now the box is sitting in the sensor area, and the water will gradually fill. The water is coming in, so the sprinkler valve is turned on. And what we'll do is we'll take the sensor box out of the filling area, just for information's sake. So as the water level rises, the floats rise and the sprinkler valve turns off. And if the water level is too low, then the valve turns on. We're going to only run the fill system for about 10-15 minutes each day, so that there's little possibility of flooding the system. Now I've got the sensor box sitting out here because that door for the skimmer area flaps both in and out, and we want to keep that clear of the sensor box. So that's it for now. We'll see how the pool fills up and see if the floats are at the correct level or if we have to make any adjustments. The sprinkler valve has shut off, so let's see how high the water level is. And it is just where we want it. It is halfway up this colored tile. So the float levels are at the correct height. The main float level is at the correct height. So what we'll do is we'll wire in this system permanently.